Good morning, YarnTubers. Welcome back to Wanderlust Crochet with Dana and Benji. And I'm just gonna wait till we're about 30 minutes into the live before I start giving a bunch of updates. So, yeah, we're only 30 seconds in. And nobody's here yet because it's early and it's dark out. And Benji and I are gonna go for a walk. We're gonna go for a walk. I've got my coffee, got a little breakfast. Good morning, Janice. Good morning. We are in New Plymouth, Idaho. We're at the Black Canyon. What used to be called the Black Canyon truck stop. It was kind of a little dive place, but it has recently been bought out by Stinker. And Stinker, I mean, they've got showers in there. It's a true truck stop now. So I was impressed when I went in last night. So I still have to poop the dog. He's ready to go out and poop. So we've got to go do that. So about 30 minutes into the live-ish, 30, 40, 50 minutes, whatever. I've got several things to update you guys on, especially those involved in the square swap, upcoming make-alongs, and upcoming plans for big crochet projects for me. So a little bit of information about Kari's Threads of Hope, about those guys learning to crochet and having some light in their lives, because I'm sure that life is pretty dark for them most of the time. Have any of you ever watched? Good morning, Jackie. Good morning. Good morning from Guam. What time is it in Guam? And things we're doing to kind of support those guys, bring some light and some hope to their lives. So we're going to be talking about all of that. Good morning, Deb. Yes, we have things to talk about. But first, I'm going to get my coat and my hat on. I love this hat, you guys. I love this hat that I made while I was home. This one is mine. It is not for sale. Oh, wow. It's got a poofy on it. It's done in mosaic. It's got a tag that says DWC on it for Dana's Wanderlust Crochet. I kind of went all out on the details for this quick, easy hat. So, the puppy needs to poopy. We need to get the puppy pooped. So I'll be going out and doing that. And like I said, sometime after the 30-minute mark of the live, we'll go over we got quite a handful of things to go over. We're talking about the Elfin Square Swap. We're talking about the current make-along, which was this hat. And the next make-along, which is just something to do in support of Kari's Threads of Hope and those guys that she's working with, those crochet guys. And what we're doing as a make-along next month to just support those guys. All the things. And then the make-along after that, my next big projects, all the things. We'll get updated. Need to get my shoes on and get that puppy out there so that he can go potty. Shoes. What are you guys doing this morning? Are you drinking some coffee? I know I am. I am drinking some coffee. Green Trees Crochet, you guys. Hillsboro, Oregon. That's our friend Jennifer and her yarn shop. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna flip you around. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Gotta poop the dog, you guys. I will be right back. Okay, you stay close to me because see that truck right there? That guy's driving way too fast. Slow down, buddy. Wait for me, wait for me. did all the things. What a good boy. Go ahead and get up there, buddy, with your muddy, muddy feet. Go ahead. It's okay. I put a, so, let's see what oh, Ivy B is here. Good morning. Good morning. Christy, good morning. Everybody coming in. Deanna, hello, hello. Jackie, almost midnight. Wow. Okay, and Deb, and everybody's here. Okay. So, I have a twin-size bed in this truck. And I'm using some bedding. It's called Beddies. Beddy Y''S, Beddies. And basically the fitted sheet and the top sheet with the comforter sewn to the top of the top sheet, all of that zips up kind of like a sleeping bag, but not. And it's made out of cotton, and it is so nice. Well, you know, the dog gets in here, and then I got to yell at him to wait, you know, let me dry off your muddy paws, blah, blah, blah. Well, I keep a good rug in the middle here, but I laid down an old twin-size blanket on top of all that that's cotton, and it will absorb any moisture, and I shake it out, you know, for all the little dirties that that get on there. So now he doesn't have to wait. He can just get up there and let me turn you guys around. And you know, that cotton blanket, it's like a comforter. It's really thin, but it's like a quilted, it's quilted, but it's not a quilt. It's just got stitching all through it. But anyway, it absorbs, and it's cheap. It was a cheap Walmart blanket comforter that I had bought before I started using this zippered bedding. And dang, I love that zippered bedding, you guys. I love it. It is so easy to just make the bed. Pull a zipper, you know, pull everything up over the pillows, pull the zipper, and the bed is made. And then I straightened out pockets like for storing stuff. What do the pockets do? I want to know all about this. That's something I want to know about. What's everybody drink? Is anybody having coffee or tea or cocoa or something this morning? I know Karen at KB Fibers, she doesn't drink coffee, but she drinks something different. And if she comes in, you know, ask her, what is it you drink instead of coffee? And it's an interesting thing. I did try mud water, but the truth is, oh, I see. Okay. Kind of the same idea, just not zippered up. Well, I like the zipper. I do like the zipper, but that is a great thing. That is a great thing for trucks, because our sheets get all kicked around and all that kind of stuff. The zippers work for me because Benji, when he hops up and down off the bed, he tends to push the top blanket and sheet. Every time he jumps up and down, it pushes that off the bed. So the zipper works really well. And I just unzip it all, you know, unzip it down to the bottom when I go to bed, because I don't like sleeping in a sleeping bag like a cocoon type situation. So yeah, what do you guys think of my hat? I love this hat. Of all the hats I've made, I think this one's my favorite. And I've got a few that I really like. I made one last year that was it was the camel stitch beanie, which is a really quick, easy, really quick, easy hat. In fact, January, I think, for make-alongs is going to be just the month of beanies. You know, the Autumn's Charm. I'm going to link, you know, I've got links in the description box for the Divine hat that we're doing in honor of the guys that Kari is teaching to crochet. Oh, love that whole story. If you guys didn't catch that live, it would be worth your while to go listen. You could speed it up and listen to her and Trevor talk about these guys. The whole project we're calling Kari's Threads of Hope. She's teaching these guys to crochet. They have something positive in their life. And they don't have access to the internet. They don't have very many resources at all. The yarn they're using has been used and frogged and reused so that they have something to crochet with. But there's Niles will be sharing her address. No Sunday deliveries, you guys. If it's coming from Amazon, well, the place is locked up on Sundays, so no Sunday deliveries. So if you can choose the date of delivery, like for an Amazon, if you're drop shipping something from Amazon, some yarn, then just don't choose a Sunday delivery, because mine was a Sunday delivery. And so all 12 of those skeins of Red Heart Super Saver and the book and the hooks, I think her neighbor has it now. No Sunday deliveries for that. But you guys should take the time to check that live out. Between her and Trevor, there were a couple times I got a little I got a little something in my eyes. These guys need yarn. They need 4-weight, 5-weight acrylic, and they need hooks. And they do not like the regular Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They don't, the aluminum hooks, you know, like your set of boys or your set of Susan Bates, the cheap, those guys really have trouble using those with their hands. They need something with a handle. They don't need furls, but like prim hooks and Yarnology. Yarnology is very inexpensive. It's like $2 a hook from Hobby Lobby. They can use a lot of, you know, Red Heart Super Saver, and we're not talking Red Heart Super Saver that is 20 years old, because that stuff is not fun to work with. That's hard on your hands, and these guys are crocheting like every waking hour. But, you know, more modern, you know, Red Heart within the last 10 years that was made, much better. Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn. Ice yarn, Saver, not the Saver 100, but the Saver. That stuff is so squishy. Oh my goodness. The Big Twist. What Premier, you know, anti-pilling worsted, all of that kind of stuff. They could really use that. So this was made out of Saver, and it is squished. This burgundy, this is Saver yarn, and it is so nice. So nice. I think we need to start thinking about hitting the road. I've got sausage and eggs this morning. I need to get you guys in my ear so I can hear the chat. What are you guys drinking? What are you guys eating? What are you guys working on? Let's hear from you. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to start giving you guys, you know, some updates on some important stuff. Okay, we're about ready to roll, buddy. I got my coffee all ready. Got my breakfast all ready. Did you guys see that thumbnail? It was made by AI. So I went into the, you know, Facebook. You go to the search bar and you go to the Meta AI and you say something like, imagine me as a crocheting truck driver. They got me driving some 1940 odd model day cab. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that picture, that thumbnail, that is AI. So what are you guys doing this morning? Good morning, Joyce. I'm going to start giving updates at about the 30-minute mark. Hot tea, lemon balm, and chamomile. 50 crochet Christmas ornaments. Oh, I love that. I love that. Hi, Amy. Which mosaic blanket are you working on? Is it a design we would recognize? Like I've got the Montana up there on the bunk. Something I'm going to go through later is talking about my big projects, talking about the make-alongs, and how I'm going to give you guys a break. I'm going to give you guys a break. Orange pineapple juice. What book? Was it a good book? Is that a really good book? I am in the middle of a book called Buffalo Palace. I love historical fiction about the mountain men. Walking the puppies. Buttered coffee. Me too, girl. Working. Oh, I don't know who that is. Fezwig Shaw. Creator of the universe. Huh. I need glasses. Good morning, Paragon Ridge Ranch. Oh my goodness. Granny Joe, Joanna, good morning. Tallulah's back in town. Okay, yeah, I'm reading Buffalo Palace at the moment, which I've read before, but it's been 20 years. My dad and I were both reading the Titus Bass series, and it follows the life of a fictional character, Titus Bass, during some actual historical events. You're working? I'm sorry. I know. I'm getting ready to start working. Lady trucker next to me. Girl power. We're just better at it, you guys. Sorry, but we are. Ask my friend Leslie. We're just better at it. Thankfully, it is not freezing out. It is above freezing. It's like 35 degrees out, 36, somewhere in there. It is not freezing. That is a happy, happy thing. But you get out east of here, and there's a stretch. Ooh! There's a stretch that just turns to ice like that quick. So, I think I need to start the truck. We who wrestle with God. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Where is let me where is tell me about your ranch. What do you raise? Paragon Ridge Ranch. Where are you located and what do you raise? Are you a cattle ranch, quarter horse ranch, alpaca ranch, a sheep? What do you got? Yarn on the hoof. That's what that is. Yeah, thank goodness it is. I better put myself on duty. I already did my pre-trip. Now I just have to clock it. So everybody's happy. Paragon Ridge Ranch, chicken breeder, sheep, Highlands. Oh, Highlands, really? Oh, cool. I know, I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to Highland cows. I mean, I grew up in the horse and beef cattle industry, and I've worked in the dairy industry. I milked cows in college. But Highland cows, they're just like, I'm an idiot with a new puppy when I see a Highland cow. I'm like a Highland cow groupie. So where are you located, did you say? Chicken breeder, sheep, Highlands. And what kind of chickens do you breed? Got a little Paragon. I am north of Ardmore. Where are we at here? I missed it. Where are you at? I gotta get you guys in my ear so that I don't... Oh, you're south of Tulsa. Living on Tulsa town. Oh. A lot of breeds. Okay. Great. We got some chicken people here in the community, that's for sure. Robin from Roaming with Rover, her and her husband have hens. First time for Robin. Mister, he grew up on a ranch. And then Karen with KB Fibers, she's an experienced chicken owner. I've had a couple of flocks in my lifetime and I love them. Okay. Good morning, Ellen. I'm glad you're here because in about 30 seconds, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to get you guys in my ear and then I'm going to update you all. Nice. Nice. What a great life. Okay. So we're going to do a little updating. I do need to, what did that do? I hit the wrong thing. I do need to update everybody. I'm going to start emailing everybody. I need to send an email out today. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy. No, you're not in trouble. You're in trouble, Missy. No, you're one of the good people. Actually, everybody in the Elfin Square Swap who's left are the good people. So I'm gonna email everybody. Hopefully I get to that today. Okay, somebody say something so I can make sure you're in my ear. Testing. Oh, good morning. Yes. Okay, I can hear you guys. I can hear the chat. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I forget that people from like the middle of October until the 1st of January, most people, I would say a higher percentage of people than not, at least in this country, are just continuously super, super busy until they collapse in January. I mean, is that a true statement for most of you? I mean, like from mid to late October until January, do things just kind of ramp up and get busier and busier for you guys? Oh, hot cocoa sounds good. I'm having my bulletproof coffee. I am finding, good morning, Pat, good morning. So do you guys like end of October all through November and then all through December your lives get like super busy and maybe hectic? Yes, I don't. Yeah, me too. I mean, I have, good morning, Michael. So here's the thing. I started this, when did we start our Elfin Squares? Like back in May? Something like that. August to March. Okay. You know what, Joyce? For me, I don't have kids. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. I forget that most people are super busy this time of year. And so like last year I had the ornament swap. And this year was the Elfin Squares. And the Elfin Squares was winding down right about the time that everybody's getting, you know, everybody's getting like hurried and overwhelmed and all of that stuff. I know we did. And you and Chris Logan and several people were on top of it. You stayed on top of it, and I appreciate you guys. However, I also feel for those who have not mailed out their squares yet, because I am one of them. I just spent a little over a week at home and I never got those squares mailed out. I have all kinds of excuses. One of them's pretty dang valid, but you think the timing, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Ellen. But I feel like, first of all, I need to give everybody a break. I have put the giveaway on hold for now because not everybody has their squares mailed out. I think Robin finally got hers out. A couple people have emailed me. They're like, "Oh, get them done any day. You know, I'm going to get them out tomorrow." You know, I want everybody to take a breath. I want everybody to relax. I did not want this to become a burden. Because some people's lives, they really do get busy this time of year. Mine doesn't. I don't have kids. I have nephews and I have brothers with families. I have my mom and Aunt Martha and my stepmom, and you know, I have aunts and uncles. I have family, but I don't have kids. I don't have kids that I'm getting off to school and big family holidays, going on. Thankfully, I am very grateful that I don't have those things, because I get a stomach ache just thinking about it. So I am giving everybody a break, and Ellen, I'm glad you're here, because I really wanted your opinion on what should we put as the dead drop date. Like January, let me look at my calendar here. I got a calendar up here that I need to, I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to put this, that's in a good spot. Okay, I have my little sticky calendar for January. Let me look at it. Yeah. Okay, so January. So why don't we say like January 15th? What do you think about this, Ellen? Since you're one of those who, you got it done. And boy, do I appreciate you. January 31st, I like that. I like that, Ellen. Let's make January 31st the drop date, the deadline. And then we can put out, what do you think, another 30 days, 45 days, 2 months to get the squares put together? I know that I am going to have to swing through the house sometime in February or March to get the rest of my... Okay, Christy. Okay. I like January 31st. And then we can put off what? Good morning, Adrian. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. No, we are pushing it out. Because like I've been saying, I forget that some people have families that from about mid-October until January 1st, some of you have so much going on and you get overwhelmed, you get busy, and this was not a good time of year for the deadline. I mean, November 30th, you just started. I didn't answer you? Oh, you must have responded to what I said. Where are you, Leslie? I think that's a bit rushed. I want to give everybody until January 31st because I kind of have that in my head. Okay, we got to roll. Even if it's dark, we got to roll. I had that in my head. Okay, I'm going to do a little tug test. I did look at the fifth wheel, but you never know. Now, will she roll? Roll test. Come on, baby. Roll. Come on, air. Come on, air. Let's roll. Creep mode. So, yeah, I think January 31st for getting our squares out. Where are you at, Leslie? Are you at home? I don't have time for a meetup, just saying. I'm probably going to spend the night at our West Salt Lake terminal, and then deliver in the morning. I like that, Ellen. I like that. And I need to send out an email to everybody saying, hey, let's give ourselves a break. The last thing I wanted was for this to become a burden. And I feel that it has, because for some people have very busy Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas times, or whatever holidays they celebrate. This is a very busy time of year, and I want to give myself and everybody else a break. I've had some setbacks here in the last week or so that had, well, we already have our groups. But Leslie, if you want to be a square angel, we probably could use a square angel, but in fact, I think we got that covered too. With the drawing March 1st. Yes, so March 1st, the first one. So what the giveaway is, for those that don't know, is the, so one person from each of the groups, the first person from group 1 to email me at 12 a.m. March 1st, a picture of their completed, Leslie, we'll have other swaps. Yes, so that, one winner per group 1 and group 2, the first person from each group to email me a picture of their completed friendship Afghan, Elfin Squares Afghan, no sooner than midnight, 12 a.m. March 1st, Pacific time. The first email I get from each of the groups, that person each of those people will get a $50 Amazon gift card from me. So I think, yeah, I need to email everybody when I get a chance today. I need to email everybody in both groups to say, hey, let's give ourselves a break. But those of you who got yours out, bless your hearts, you guys were right on it. You rock. But here I am, the organizer, and I don't have mine mailed out. So, and it's going to take me a bit. And I realized with the little bit of, you know, hiccups that I've dealt with for the last couple weeks, I can only imagine what it's like for people with, you know, families and a lot of plans this time of year. All I do is drive, truck, and crochet. So that is the update on the Elfin Squares. I will try to get an email out to both groups. And I know some people really busted their hindies to get this done before November 30th. And bless your hearts, you guys are rock stars. You guys are definitely rock stars. Okay, so that's the update on the Elfin Squares. And I will, in fact, there's still one person in group 2 that I mean, I've been emailing this person since, I've been emailing all of you since when? Like November 1st, somewhere around in there. And she has never responded. And Ellen, you have asked about her a couple of times, and I would hang on. Oh, you're at home? Okay. Well, I'll be thinking about you when I get there. I wish you and I could meet up again. Timing hasn't been right these last couple times. Oh boy, I'm going to be hitting Boise traffic. How fun is that? What is the next thing? I got a little list here. I got a little list here. Okay. Make-alongs. Okay, there's a couple of things going on with make-alongs. That's another thing I want to, you know, kind of back off a little bit. But I would like to see January as the month of hats. We're going to continue with anybody who wants to do the Autumn's Charm hat. That is linked down below. Oh, you guys need to be turned. Okay. That is linked down below. Just so you guys know, I am blinded by oncoming traffic. I am not a night driver, that's for sure. But daylight's an hour later here than it is in Portland, so I have to push it. But anyway, so our Autumn's Charm hat, like the hat that I was just wearing, you guys, that was so much fun. And there is no like start date, end date for any of these little make-alongs, especially with hats. I mean, just join us in the Discord community and, you know, jump in at any time. Even if the majority of us have moved on to a different hat or a different project, just jump in at any time, any one of the projects, any one of the make-alongs that you want to make with us. Yes, it's coming up. Looks like over Mountain Home. East Boise. Maybe over the airport. So yeah, I just did 2 of the Autumn's Charm hats from MJ's Off the Hook. Cute, you guys. Oh my goodness, those are cute. And those are going to be my seasonal Yarny YouTube hop video for next week. Jump in at any time. Even, you know, years from now, you can jump in there and say, hey, I just made the hat. That is awesome. Hello, Jerry. Those hats, oh my goodness. They are fun, they are quick and easy. So anytime, even years from now, if you want to jump into that Discord and say, hey, I'm making the Autumn's Charm hat, do it. In fact, the month of January is going to be about 3 different hats. It's going to be about the Autumn's Charm hat. It's going to be about the Divine hat, which if you want to make a Divine hat just kind of in honor of those guys that Kari is teaching to crochet, that whole Kari's Threads of Hope thing. For those of you who did not see the live about Kari's latest project, Kari's Threads of Hope, go back to that last live, and it is so worth listening to. Her and Trevor have a great program going on for those guys. And those guys are obsessed with crochet. They are completely obsessed. Some of them are beginners, some of them are not. But like even the experienced one, she asked him, have you ever heard of Mosaic? And he's like, no, what is that? And so they have no access to the internet. They have very little resources. Yes, thank you, Adrienne, for putting together a box for them. I sent her, I found this 12-pack of Red Heart Super Saver on Amazon. So I had that, dismiss. I had that sent to her along with some hooks. I think they're not dots, they are the other kind, prims. They do like those. Those guys prefer, especially with their bigger hands, they prefer hooks with handles, you guys. The aluminum hooks they have trouble with. Whether they're Susan Bates or Boy, it doesn't matter. They're not fans. And I believe it's because their hands are so big. And they need yarn that isn't, 30, 40 years old. Like any Red Heart that is 20 years old, is going to be hard to work with. That is scratchy stuff. Now, Red Heart today, nothing wrong with Red Heart today. Next time, Leslie, that's for sure. So they got hooks in that, and I sent an Edwards Menagerie book. So that those guys, because a lot of those guys like doing amigurumi. Some of them prefer hats, scarves, and blankets. And they cannot keep anything that they make. So everything gets donated, either a gift for a family member, but mostly they get donated to charity. So 4 and 5 weight yarn, you guys, especially the acrylic and cotton, so that they can make, kitchen items. So that's Kari's Threads of Hope. And believe me, I found out the hard way. If you're shipping to her from Amazon, do not choose a Sunday delivery date, because her mailbox is closed on Sunday. They have to try to re-deliver it. So she hasn't even received what I sent her on Friday, because the guy Amazon tried to deliver it on Sunday and they couldn't deliver it. So I think they re-delivered on Monday, and Kari thinks her neighbor got it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, no Sunday deliveries to that address. So those guys, a lot of those guys have very few positives in their lives. But one of the biggest ones is their crochet, and they're learning to crochet. Something just fell down. Oh, I don't need that one. But hopefully that's not one. Okay. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. So she's going to teach some of them how to make the Divine hat. So I have links in the description box. The Divine hat will be part of our, we're going to start really talking about hats in January. So that is, nice in the giving category. I like that. I like that, Ellen. Yes, we had the scarf challenge last year. Thank you so much for carrying on that that idea of giving in, you know, after the holidays, because after the holidays a lot of charitable giving completely drops off. So thank you for that. The third hat is the camel stitch beanie that I did, oh, maybe a year ago. There's a video for that. So we'll be talking about all three of these hats in January. And then after the month of hats, I would like to do a cardigan with all of you, whoever wants to join in. I've already started the squares, but and I have like all but about 10 to 15 of the squares done out of all of them I need to get done for that cardigan. That has been fun. And you can do that with an acrylic. Her pattern calls for a 3-weight, but I also found a picture of somebody doing it in a 4-weight. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, good morning. So next month is going to be, you know, the make-along group of us over in Discord. We're going to be all about the 3 different beanies. The Autumn's Charm, the Divine Hat, and the Camel Stitch beanie. So all of that. And then in February, we're going to start talking about a cardigan, a medium-sized project. Now, in lieu of what's going on with the Elfin Squares and all of these make-alongs, I am canceling for now the square swap that I was going to start in March. I want to take a breath because I have some big projects to finish. I need to finish, I've got the postcard design challenge, so I've got all my postcards on board here. I've got the postcard design challenge. I got to draw, you know, so I'm going to have to design something from that. I've got the cardigan that I want to start working on again in February, and I've got the Montana blanket that I would like to continue on. I'm still on part 1 of that Montana blanket, and I haven't worked on it in months. I wish Kari was in here. What did she say about wool? I don't see any problem with wool as long as you label it on the outside that there is wool in there. And some of those more advanced guys, they might like to try some wool. I don't believe they've ever worked with wool. And I think, oh yeah, a superwash merino, hello. Oh, wouldn't they just die for that? Ah! I know that I'm doing my cardigan, the MJ's Off the Hook cardigan that we're gonna do a make-along on. The make-along cardigan, I'm doing it in a 3-weight, 100% superwash merino. Oh, but that brings me to what I started to say. In MJ's Off the Hook group, others who have done this cardigan, you know, they're showing their pictures. Not everybody did it in a 3-weight. One gal did it in a 4-weight. So you can do it in a 4-weight acrylic. That's something else I learned from the Elfin Square Swap. Many in our community here do not have 3-weight yarn in their stash. They got a big yarn stash, but mostly it's 4-weight. And so it was hard for them to join in when we made this a DK project. So our next square swap, when we do decide to do it, it'll probably be next year. It will be in a 4-weight. So that more people feel like they can join in, because otherwise you got to go out and, you know, a lot of people would have to go out and buy all new yarn instead of pulling from their stash. So we're making it easier for everyone, and it's only going to be a group of 12 this time. And we're going to have a color theme. So, January, for those of you who want to make something with the rest of us, we've got 3 hats, and we run all that over in Discord. The Autumn's Charm from MJ's Off the Hook, the Divine Hat in honor of Kari's guys, Kari's Threads of Hope, and the Camel Stitch beanie that I did a tutorial on earlier this year. And then in February, it's a cardigan, a medium-sized project. You do not have to do it in the suggested 3-weight. You can do it in a 4-weight. And this will all free me up to, 1, get all those squares out, and 2, what on earth is that? It's weird looking. Oh my goodness, everything is so different with all the building out here. I don't recognize Caldwell anymore. Oh my goodness, I don't recognize any of this. Anyway, I remember when Caldwell and Napa didn't even touch. Like there was miles in between the two of them. That was back when I was in college. Anyway, so this will free me up to get the Montana blanket done. That's my current big blanket, big project. And then, you guys, I am going to do a series on a barn quilt sampler afghan, and I'm hoping some of you will come along. This is all based on my friend Diane's Ravelry store. She's got some designs on Ravelry. Now the barn quilts, seems like the barn quilts were free, but don't quote me on that. But she's got, like, she just did this year, she did an ugly Christmas sweater blanket crochet along. You could check that out. It seems like that was $7 or $8. That is a cute blanket, you guys. So after I get the Montana done, I want to start doing a series of videos on this barn quilt sampler. I'm very excited. I mean, I have geeked out on this. I have been listening to playlists about quilts, not just barn quilts, all kinds of quilts, Civil War quilts, you know, Underground Railroad quilts, all the quilts. The history of, you know, putting symbols on the side of your barn. And all the different reasons that was done, and how they came up with those either quilt block or symbols that they put on their barns, and all the things. And quilting, I've been listening to Sewing with Nancy. I've always loved her, even though I've never been a quilter or even I did do a little bit of sewing once or twice, but I'm not a sewer. I am not a seamstress. I'm not a quilter. I am a crocheter. That's all I am. But I think it's fabulous first of all, I don't believe that inanimate objects have spiritual elements to them. There's no anything spiritual or emotional attached to an object comes from us, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't believe anything, any Afghan, any shawl, anything has something spiritual actually attached to it on its own. It's how people look at it and what goes on in our hearts. When we look at a quilt, when we look at a shawl, or we receive a gift, a handmade gift, I think that is super valuable. And I'm learning about how meaningful so many of these quilts are, no matter what kind of quilt they are. And I believe that crochet can be just as emotional and meaningful. And that is kind of an awareness that I want to bring to the whole crochet industry, that it's more than just the fact that, oh, good morning, Barbara. It's more than just the fact that we now have crochet fashion shows. And good morning, Jeanette. Good morning, good morning. I believe that crochet crocheted pieces can be heirloom pieces and can mean just as much as a hand-stitched or machine-stitched quilt. And so I have really gone down a rabbit hole on quilts and the history of quilts and the artistic nature of quilts, the color combinations. So this barn quilt sampler Afghan, I just got done listening to a talk on colors that were used during, the mid to late 1800s, during the Civil War era. So I'm looking for yarns Oh, see, and that can be a thing. That can be a thing. I'm sorry that it was disappointing. Now that I made it into Napa, I can see. I can drive safely now. I can see. I see daylight coming up. Less clouds further ahead. Like out towards the airport. And here off of exit 36, I can see the drop yard that my last company, Market Express, used. There they are. So I have been, I have this document on my phone that goes through the history of the barn quilt, where they came up with their designs. Yeah, because it's quite an investment. Okay, so here's something, this barn quilt idea that I would love to include those of you who want to go into this project with me. I'd like to bring up like the Annie's crochet, monthly subscription projects, like the Seaside Sampler, and all of these things. They make the most beautiful and amazing finished projects, right? But they are so pricey when it comes to making something like that. So this sampler blanket, I want to make, the design to be as high a quality as like some of those Annie's designs that they use for those, where you get something, it's a subscription, you get something mailed to you every month for 12 months. that Seaside sampler, I can't even remember how much that eventually cost me, when just a fraction of that price, if I had bought the pattern and bought the yarn myself, it would have been a fraction of the cost, right? But, you know, they are doing something great. This is, isn't that great? Thank you, Ellen. So I am partnering up with my friend Diane, who came up with the charts. And I am going to start crocheting that. And I got into the colors, the muted colors that were used during the Civil War era. And I have chosen Sheepy's Soft Fun yarn, which is a cotton acrylic blend. And it's, she does them with a 4-weight acrylic. So this is a 4-weight. I believe the Soft Fun is a 4-weight. I'm going to do it in a 4-weight so that, you know, more people would be encouraged to join in. 4-weight and an H-hook. And I'm doing it in those muted Civil War era, late 19th century, mid to late 19th century era colors. Yeah, a fraction of the cost, which, okay, not to knock those Annie's kits, because I believe that, you know, if you invest in one of those subscription kit kind of things, like the Seaside sampler or the block sampler, you know, those make the most amazing finished projects, right? Those pieces, I think it encourages less experienced crocheters to get into a project like that, complete a large project that is absolutely fabulous. It's beautiful, and they learn so much along the way. I think it boosts confidence, and it makes better crocheters out of us. So I appreciate those kits, even if they are expensive. I like what they offer people. But I want to offer something. Hey, Karen! Oh, I'm so glad you got the Boss bag. I like the Boss bag. I think it's a great little carry-along. I have one here in the truck that's got my Granny merino squares. So I want to offer something along the same lines where we use this mini C2C for the barn quilts. I have a protein cookie in here to take care of my sweet tooth later on. To make this barn quilt sampler, I want to give people the opportunity to do something like those Annie's subscription kits. Not to knock them, they are expensive, but I think they do a lot for the crochet community. But I'm going to offer something just as fabulous with a series of videos. Oh, holy cow, what is that? Okay, something flying around in the wind. Where people can work on, you know, systematically, just slow and steady wins the race kind of project, and that people can complete and be so super proud of. And it can be an heirloom piece. It can be a piece that it has as much meaning as a quilt. Plus, I want to highlight my friend Diane and her designs on Ravelry. So, her and I are probably going to do it. We've talked about, you know, doing a live where we kind of introduce the idea. But it's going to be several months before I get into that because I want to finish the Montana mosaic blanket. Might as well slow down there, Patty. Take our time through here. So I think that would be a fun project, but I am holding off on the next square swap. I am putting it off for now because we have, you know, over half of us in the elephant square swap are still struggling with it. Oh, wait, everybody wave at Adrienne, you guys. We just passed her exit. I'm going by Roaring Springs Water Park. Yeah, everybody wave at Adrienne. And Kari's out here somewhere too. Well, I don't know where her house is, but the rental that they're in, I think is out here too. I don't know. She's out here somewhere. I am in Boise traffic. I think I'll deliver this load in the morning. I'll spend the night in Salt Lake and then head in. We'll see. I'll make those decisions. Yes. Yes, she is. So lots of things going on. We're holding off on the next square swap. I'm not going to... I, you know, sat down and started thinking about all this going on. Plus, on top of all this, Kari and I have a crochet conference to plan. And we usually start that in January. So, we've got that going on. And I know Kari with this Threads of Hope project of hers, I think finding another venue might be a little too much to ask of her. We may stick with the same venue, but man, that price has to go up. One of these years, we're actually going to break even. So I got to thinking about everything that I have going on. Not only the make-alongs, I've got the cardigan, the hats, the cardigan, the postcard design challenge, and the Montana to get done. And then I want to get all that done so that I can really dive into that quilt Afghan, that sampler, burn quilt sampler Afghan, and get a series of videos up for you guys and go live with Diane on that. I do, and I do it to myself. I'm like, yeah, I can add that to my list. No, Dana, you can't. So, new deadline for mailing out squares is January 31st. And then on March 1st, at 12 a.m. on March 1st, the first ones from each group to email me a picture of their completed Afghan from the open squares, they will each get a $50 Amazon gift card. Hopefully I get that email out today. I just forget how busy people get this time of year. I don't, because I don't have all that going on. I don't have kids. I don't have a bunch of family things to be involved in. Heck, with my mom, it's so easy. It's like, what do you want? What do you want for Christmas? We were thinking about getting you this. Okay, let's decide which one you want. Easy, easy. We make it easy on ourselves. We don't go through the whole surprise thing. There's no Christmas morning running into the living room and ripping open gifts. I can't accomplish that. I can't accomplish all of those expectations of Christmas. So, I don't have all those things going on during the holidays, which is why I forget that many people do. So, we're all going to give ourselves a break. Ooh, Christmas tacos. I like that idea. Good morning, Wanda. Where you at, girl? We got Leslie. Leslie's in the chat. She's at home in Salt Lake. I love that little family tradition of tacos. Where are you at, girl? I'm in Boise. Well, I'm in Meridian, almost to Boise. I don't know where the line is anymore. I don't think there is a line. The line is blurred between Meridian and Boise these days. It's like I was saying, back when I was in college, there were miles of expanse between Caldwell and Meridian. Now there's just one runs right into the other. Benji, wave to Idaho. It's nice to be home, even if we're just driving through. Wanda! Where you at? Where you at? Me and you and Leslie need to get together for a meal one of these days. We also meet up in Utah. Or Wyoming. Maybe we'll all get stuck in Laramie together at the Petro and have to go in and eat at the counter with the rest of the storytellers. Indiana headed to Missouri. Ellen's in Indiana. Sausage and egg, you guys. That's my breakfast. What's everybody else having for breakfast? Overnight oats, gotcha. Oh, Colorado, milk and cookies. Good morning, Boise. Leftover tacos. That's one of those great leftover meals. Tacos, pizza, Thanksgiving, all those leftover meals. Oh, you're in Illinois. I'm sorry. I forget. You're in Illinois. You're in probably that part of Illinois that I really love. There a couple months ago, I came up north from southern Illinois and headed north on a little 2-lane, UPS, oh fuck, a little 2-lane highway going through all these tiny little gorgeous towns, and I just wanted to stop and hang out in all those little towns. They were, to say they were charming doesn't even. Ooh, mushroom coffee. Do you do the mud water? I tried mud water and it was good, but the truth is, I thought about it and I'm like, I like coffee. And it's cheaper. Depending on the kind I get, of course. I love U-Ban. I cannot stand Folgers. Cannot stand Folgers. Makes my stomach hurt. Oh, look how light it is here. We're out here by Cole Road, Overland Road, Orchard Street. Yeah. Cornfields. Yes, there's cornfields and these cute little town, little heartbreaking little towns. Oh, I loved them. 12 minutes. Okay, I need to get over. I'll run behind these big pipes. Hotshot drivers running these big pipes up. There's 2 of them up ahead of me. Ellen knows what a hotshot is. Well, of course, so do Leslie and Wanda. Hello, hotshot. Those are big pipes. Hello. I think so, Amy. And it always makes my stomach hurt. Wanda, she wants to know what part of Illinois. Oh, those are big pipes. Ooh, 64. I've been there recently. Well, I haven't been to Winco in years. What, Lorley? What about a dry hamburger? I missed something. I've never seen the coffee wall at Winco. I'm gonna have to get in there next time I'm home in Idaho. Well, we have a Winco up 82nd Avenue in Oregon there. No, that's not a Winco, that's a Cub Foods. Kind of the same thing. Dose mushroom coffee? Oh, I've never heard of that. I used to live right up like a couple blocks up from Winco, off of 82nd Avenue in Oregon, and so that's where I did all my shopping. because the Walmarts weren't really getting spread across Oregon at that time. This was 25, 30 years ago. Wow. I was running around that area for a little bit, not too long ago. Okay, headed towards Mountain Home. I wanted to make it out to the Boise stage stop last night, but that was a little stretch for me, driving in the dark. Woo! That break in the clouds up there is bright. It doesn't really look that bright in the camera, but dang! So thanks to all of you who are supplying Kari with yarn and things for her crochet guys. It just, listening to her and Trevor talk about them and their crochet, the fact that they can't keep anything that they make, that everything has to be donated or given away to family members. They don't have access to the internet. So, and the yarn they have available to them has been used and reused. And it's coming unplied. And, yes, Kari's Threads of Hope. Send those guys some Red Heart Super Saver, you guys. Just load them up. Red Heart Super Saver. I love this yarn. Premier. What's the one from Joann's? It's just leaving my head. Why can I not think of that good acrylic 4-weight from Joann's? Somebody help me out here. I know you know what I'm thinking. Joann's. Oh, it's just, it's like forgetting my own name. The one from Joann's. Big Twist. Thank you, Adrian. Yes, Big Twist. Saver, Ice Yarn Saver. Now you actually get more yarn for your money, even with the shipping cost, if you go to Ice Yarns and purchase some Saver. Now don't get the Saver 100. That stuff is lower quality. But the Saver yarn, that's what I just made this Autumn's Charm, my second Autumn's Charm hat out of. Love that stuff. It is squishy. I love that yarn. In fact, that's what I'm making the Montana out of, because I wanted to get more yarn for my money. More bang for your buck. So if you take, let's just say you order 10 skeins of Saver and you got all this, you take the whole cost of that, the cost of the whole order, and figure out what the price, including shipping, what the price is per yard. You're going to be red heart every day. You're going to be walking into Mart and buying Red Heart Super Saver cost per yard every single time. Mart, Walmart, wherever you buy Super Saver, which I'm not knocking Super Saver. That's good stuff. Oh, Pound of Love, you guys. Karen 1 pounds. The 1 pounders. That would be great yarn for Kari's guys. Whew, the wind is blowing me around out here. Leslie, I finally got to spend time out here at Brody's of this newer truck stop out here at the east end of Boise. I like that place. I've taken showers there, ate there. Spent the night there, spent a day and a half there, did a 34. That is a nice place. And it looks like it's not completely full right now, but it was probably getting pretty full last night. Oh, do they have 1 pound big twists? See, those are great options for sending Kari yarn for her guys. Those guys need yarn. There are so many different things they want to make. They've been making like the same things over and over again. And now that they have Kari, a certified crochet instructor, in there, they are learning so much more. And in January, we're doing divine hats in honor of her guys. It's not like we can send them to her. There's the address, Kari's Threads of Hope. You can send yarn to her at that address. Such an awesome deal with those guys. Oh, it's getting a little warm. Let's just turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Hi, how are you doing? Coming up here to get some rubbins and some lovin's and some scratches. Yeah, that's what he lives for, is attention. He is attention driven, where some dogs have high food drive. He is not high food drive. He's attention driven. He may beg a lot for treats, but it's not the treats so much. He just wants the attention. So just petting him instead of giving him a treat really satisfies him. That's his drive. That's my baby dog's drive. Yes. He likes being told what a good dog he is. He's a good boy, huh, Benji? And he's so soft. Oh, look how nice it is out here. He does want some loves. He comes up here to get some loves. He's a lover pup. Yes. Where Dooley had high ball drive. He would chase the ball, the stick, the Kong. He would kill himself chasing oh my goodness, the stick. Oh, he was just so hilarious. He would go out and grab the biggest branch in the pasture and start dragging that thing, rawr, rawr, dragging it to my feet and then asking me to throw it. I'm like, dog, you are crazy. You couldn't lift it. I can't lift it. You remember your big cousin Dooley, don't you? You remember him? Don't you, Benji? Yeah. We were all roommates at one time before I started driving truck. Oh, look at that sunrise, you guys. It is so nice. We're going to head on out to the Bliss Rest area to take a break. B-R-E-A-K. That's what I should have said, huh, Benji? That won't get you excited. We're going to head to Bliss and get out there. And then maybe if we need to, we'll stop at the Juniper Rest area if we think we need another one. And then we'll go on into the Salt Lake Terminal and I'll determine from there what the plan is. Hi, yes, I see you. Yes, I do. Yeah. Wanda, what, have you been crocheting? What about Wanda and Leslie? Leslie, are you still here? Are you crocheting, Leslie? What are you working on? I'm working on that cardigan. Well, I've put that aside so I can finish getting all those squares packaged up and ready to be mailed out. Of course. Big stick for a big dog. Dulu's like, I'm a big dog. I don't just chase sticks, I chase trees. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we may be getting pulled in, you guys. I'm gonna get behind this slow-moving flatbed here. Slow it way down. 655. He's doing 57. Okay, I'll get behind you because I think they're pulling us in, you guys. Woo, that sun is bright. Yeah, it's pretty windy. The wind started out about at the airport. I could start feeling it. So I've got a pretty light load. Let's see if I'm okay to. Okay, so he's okay to bypass. Oh, they're making me enter. Oh, you guys. Oh, truck okay to bypass. No, I'm okay to bypass. Yay! They're pulling in the flatbed. Yay! He's going in because he's a heavy haul. So they pulled him in. Yay! Especially since I don't have license plates on this truck. I'm still running on my temp. I need to get back to Indiana. They should have a license plate for me. I need a license plate. What's a good one? What's a good one? I missed something, Leslie. What are you working on? I didn't hear it. Okay, I gotta get over people. I'll let the big truck out. I gotta let the big truck out. Let the big truck out. Oh, I love peppermint mocha. Cup holder party. Nope, not today. Y'all are gonna behave yourself. That was thanks for sharing there, Niles. Yeah, thank you for that visual. Drink too fast or drink too much? What was that all about? He's weird. He's socially awkward. Just like me. Oh, I'm blinded by the light. Another roller in the night. Dashboard dance party. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm getting around these guys. Yep, I got room. These two flatbedders. Flatbedders, I'm telling you, flatbedders are hard workers. I could never be a flatbedder because I don't think I could drag those heavy chains around. And the tarping, I think I would be terrible at. These guys, they work hard. They work harder than us dry van drivers. Way harder. Us professional steering wheel holders. Those are old railroad ties. I like those. Oh, those are so useful for so many things. So many landscaping projects. Right there. Old railroad ties. I like them. I should plug you guys in. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I see the stage stop. I wish we could have made it there last night. You guys need me. Well, it's not doing any good. Something wrong with my dang cord. Cord is not doing what it's supposed to do. Let's charging. Okay. I love the Boise stage stop, you guys. Oh yeah, railroad ties. So many things. Lots of landscaping things. Hi, Denisha. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, buddy. Good morning. Good morning. So many things going on. I'm so excited for that sampler Afghan, but it's going to be many months before I get to that because I gotta get the postcard design challenge done and the Montana and the cardigan. Are you home all day today, Leslie? Is it your day off? Crochet day. Well, Ellen, I feel much better after talking to you and coming up with a plan. I just bit my cheek. I love it out here. Love it. I love Idaho. Almost as much as I love Colorado and Wyoming. I was born and raised in Oregon. Good morning, Jamie. Billy. Oh, everybody's coming in. So quick recap then. The Elfin Squares, I'm going to give everybody a break and we're going to set January 31st as a mailing deadline. Kudos to those of you who met the original deadline and have already got all your squares out. So, and March 1st will be the giveaway day. Those who finish their blankets can email me a picture of their completed projects from the Elfin Squares no sooner than 12 a.m. the morning of March 1st. And the first person to email me a picture of their finished blanket from Group 1 and from Group 2, those two people will each get a $50 Amazon gift card. I'm giving all of us a break to relax during the holidays, and I know better than to do this kind of thing during the last quarter of the year. It's just a tough time of year for some people. Not for me, but even I got behind on this, so that's going on. January's make-alongs are going to be one or all three of these three hats. The Autumn's Charm hat by MJ's Off the Hook. The Divine hat in honor of Kari's Crochet Guys, Kari's Threads of Hope project, because she's going to be teaching them how to do a Divine hat. Or the camel stitch beanie of mine from earlier this year. So, January will be a month of hats. And anybody can jump in at any time in the Discord group, even years later after we've done all these hats, and say, hey, I'm going to do that Divine hat in honor of those guys. And share pictures. There's no start date or deadline on those. Okay, hi hubby. And then February make along, we're going to bump it up to one of MJ's off the hook cardigans that I want to have done for the cruise that a lot of us are taking in April. So I've already started on those squares. I want to finish the Montana mosaic blanket that's up in the upper bunk. And then we're going to do a big project together. The barn quilt sampler Afghan. It's going to be fabulous. Kind of like an Annie's Kit Club, only without the cost. And like I said before, I'm not knocking those kit clubs because like I did the Annie's Seaside Sampler. I've got all of those packages to make my cousin Lisa a blanket. It was very expensive, but I think that it is a great contribution to the crochet industry as a whole. I think it's a blessing to many crocheters, and even though it's pretty expensive, that it's done in bite-sized pieces and many people can learn a lot to make something absolutely beautiful. And it makes me think of oh, they have the best prime rib, Leslie. Oh my goodness. Their prime rib. Oh, hallelujah. Yeah, I love the stage stop. It's one of the best places, truck stops in the whole country. I mean, it's got the Iowa 80 beat. That's just a big old food cart. Food court, not cart. So a couple of, like 3 different sayings come to mind when I think about this barn quilt Afghan and this the whole premise behind the project. Besides the fact that we want to make some meaningful piece that is an heirloom work of art, terms like how do you need an elephant? One bite at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. And my favorite is, I learned this from a very handsome guy who was a trainer for May Trucking Company who came out of Kentucky. He looked at me one night and he says, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Welcome back. I love that term. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And I tell myself that when I go jumping out of the truck because I'm in a hurry to get this trailer drive and go pick up another trailer and get on down the road. Like, no. I think that guy was right. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Hi, Jen. And that's how I feel about the barn quilt Afghan. And I will be inviting all of you along if you want to make a whole Afghan out of just one of the quilt charts, or if you want to do a sampler like I am of all the quilt charts. It'll be done in a 4-way with a 5mm hook, and I am using what I have learned to be typical, like popular colors during the Civil War era. Muted blues, pinks and reds, and muted like what did she call it? The butterscotch color, which she said, think about that tan color of a Carhartt. You guys know what Carhartts are. It's going to be fabulous, Rhonda. Fabulous. But that'll be after I get done with the Montana. And I'm going to make it a series of videos, and it's going to be just a progressive, steady pace. There's no hurry. I don't want to put pressure on anybody. I'm very excited about that. But people could do spin-offs of my, you know, the way I'm going to do it off of, let's say you just take one of the barn quilt graphs that Diane did, and you use only 2 colors or 3 colors, and you make it for a little girl or a little boy or for someone in their, you know, let's say they're Green Bay Packers fans, you know, you can do it in their team colors, whatever. I'm going to make mine more like a Civil War sampler. Done in these barn quilt charts that Diane did. And I want people to be confident that they can make these heirloom pieces, that they're capable of doing this. If I can do a fruit garden, you guys can do this. If I can do any of these, the Phoenix and the Arctic, you guys can do them too. They were very muted from what I'm finding out in all these quilts. I have been going down a deep dive of quilts, especially Civil War era quilts. Underground Railroad, soldiers' blankets, fundraiser quilts, all the things they did quilting for. Yes, deep dive. Deep dive. And I'm going to do mine in Sheepy's Soft Fun cotton acrylic blend. But again, this is something you can do with whatever yarn you have. This could be a stash buster. Oh yeah, there are, so Sewing with Nancy has a video on Civil War quilts and the Underground Railroad, and lots of people have, a lot of quilters, there are videos where they're doing talks about the Underground Railroad quilt blocks. A lot of videos on YouTube about all of that. And the quilting that goes on today, and historical quilts. I saw that, Karen, in one of the videos that I was listening to. story. Okay, coming up on Mountain Home, Idaho, you guys. And it's a great drive today. I don't know what it's going to be like going through, like, southeast, going down around the Idaho-Utah border, going over Rattlesnake Pass. I don't know what that's all going to be like. Hopefully it's going to be good, because it's 45 degrees here. Oh, wow. And the quilt blocks, okay, just off the top of my head, I can't think of all of them, but there was the monkey wrench, the wagon wheel, flying geese, bear trucks, the North Star. Oh, there's a handful of others too that I can't. Oh, the log cabin. Flying geese. There's several more that I can't think of off the top of my head. Here we go. Boom. Big fan, Karen. He's kind of one of those creepy stalker-like fans. You gotta watch out for him. My favorite quilt pattern of all time is the Grandmother's Flower Garden. And I was planning on doing all those little 2-inch hexagon squares. That's true, you are. All those little 2-inch squares in a crochet hexagon and putting them all together in a Grandmother's Flower Garden. But if you guys go look at Cherry Heart's podcast, she's already done it. So I don't have to design anything. If I decide to do it, I'll just do hers. And it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous, you guys. Yeah, you better behave or you're going to get shot. Oh, it's nice out here. Almost clear skies, really high clouds. Dry pavement, 46 degrees. That makes me happy, happy. I hope you live to see the end of the day, dude. Both of you. They're doing about 100 miles an hour. Shame on them. Oh, look at you having to slow down for the trucks. You poor things. I don't feel a bit sorry for you. Risking your lives and everybody else's. military base out here, so there's a lot of military housing. Oh, that's another thing I'm making this year is socks. Oh yeah, those would be great. Those would be awesome. Oh, we're gonna have a warm Christmas. Oh, is it over, Karen? Because, yeah, thankfully, you know, I've been very blessed. It seems like I slip in between the storms. That's good to know, Karen, because some of us have squares to mail to Canada. To leather. We have one Canadian. Okay. But it's going to be, I imagine that mail is backed up really. I bet the whole mail process is so jammed up right now. I bet there are piles of mail. I can only imagine how much mail there is to go through for them being on strike that long. So here's the thing about the Treasure Valley, you guys. And through New Year's, for like 2 weeks there, we are in like sub-zero temperatures. Like the air is so frozen and dry, you can get little sparks of light, little snaps in the air. It is so cold and dry. Okay, cool, you guys. It is so frigid. Zero, below zero kind of temperatures. One morning, right around New Year's, this was the year of Snowmageddon when all those barn roofs caved in. There was no power out where I was out off of Black Canyon Highway at the time. Dooley and I were living with Benji and his mom, Pat. And we woke up early one morning, there was no power in the house. Well, that's no good when you're dealing with electric heat. Snowmageddon, yes, it was that January. So I ran out to the truck and I went to start my pickup, my flatbed pickup diesel truck, to go drive around the neighborhood and see how far out the you know, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, that is snappy cold during that 2 weeks. So I went out to the truck. I was going to drive around, you know, the countryside out there. It's not a neighborhood. These are large properties out there off of Black Canyon Highway. And as soon as I turned the truck over, it's a good thing I had the pickup plugged in or else it wouldn't have started. A crack went from left to right across the bottom of my windshield. Just the vibration of the truck cracked my whole windshield that morning. It was so cold. And so I started up the truck and went out and kind of did a little scout around. Everybody was out of power that morning. And I remember the winter before that, I was living and working up at an Appaloosa ranch up on top of Squaw Butte. And the owners were on vacation, but this 30-year-old mare decided to colic on New Year's Eve when it was -2 degrees out, and I had to bring her down the hill from her pasture in the dark to a stall to wait for the on-call vet to show up 2 hours later. That mare made it, by the way. He did a great job. He saved her life. And he says, no, it was all her. She just decided she wasn't ready. But 30 years old, that's an old mare. And oh, I was so glad nobody died on my watch. I was just panicked. But she, you know, it's a matter of, you know, the temps being that cold and a horse's gut, they tend to twist real easy in colder temperatures like that. So whatever it was her age. She got a twist in her gut. Oh yeah, southeast. See, and we're in southwestern. The Treasure Valley is part of southwestern and Idaho and eastern Oregon, and we don't get it nearly as bad as southeastern Idaho. That's pretty tough out there. I've never had to spend a winter out there. But that's over, you know, we're talking about the Wyoming, Utah borders over there too. Rough country. Oh, okay. But yeah, out there on the Butte, you know, it's midnight when I call the on-call vet, and he's like, yeah, I gotta make my way out there. He was coming in from somewhere around Napa, probably south of Napa, to get clear through Emmett and up on top of the Butte. He found us, and he said, that mare, she lived, you know, I want to say another 6 or 8 years she lived. She was a tough old broad. But it is so cold out, you know, when it's below zero, it's just, the air is snappy, and it hurts. It hurts when it gets on your skin. But that kid, he was like 7 foot tall and 12 years old. That vet. I remember telling the owners that. I think he was 7 foot tall and 12 years old. But he saved her life. He was a good guy. Okay, baby girl, we're going to pass this flatbed up here. Hey, Kari! We're just talking about, you know, snappy cold between like the 2 weeks. The 2 weeks after Christmas that happens in the Treasure Valley. We're talking sub-zero. Sub-zero temperatures. It gets cold. Oh, yes, you're welcome. You are very welcome. It's all yours. All yours. We've been talking about Kari's crochet, guys. And then it gets muddy. After that, it gets muddy. We got some inversion, it gets muddy. And then slowly, the light starts coming. March and April. It's like somebody starts slowly turning on the lights. I'm doing 68. I gotta make a decision as to when I'm coming around. I got a big truck behind me. I got a pickup flying up on the left. Are you coming around me, dude? Hurry up, go, go, go! Go, Washington, go, Washington, go, go, go! Oh, it's California. I'll get those two plates mixed up. Go, California! Hey, I'm coming around the flatbed. That truck, he's coming up right behind me. He doesn't want me to be. Oh yeah. I tell you what, when I was headed home, I hit Interstate 84 in Echo, Utah, and it was beautiful right up until I hit Meridian, and then I hit the inversion, and I crawled through that soup all the way to Farewell Bend, where I spent the night, and then I crawled up out of it the next morning. So yes, if anybody's got some, let's just say 4-weight acrylic, some decent stuff, send it to Kari for her guys. Oh yeah, it's soupy, it's cold. I remember working up there on top of the butte. Good morning, Kim. Fuel and Def are good. I got them topped up yesterday. Thank you. When I was working up there at the L.O.C Ranch up on top of Squaw Butte, that time after the 2-week cold snap, okay, then the inversion was there. We're talking freezing fog. I was walking through freezing fog that was up to my knees for a week. Yes. Oh, I haven't taken my vitamins today. When I get to Bliss, I got to take my vitamins. Thank you, Kim. Yes, you need to share all of those updates. So anyway, I was knee-deep in freezing fog. Okay, to look out there, you would think it was just snow. It wasn't snow. It was frost that had clung to the trees and then fallen from the trees. So it was like walking through frozen feathers. It was just like poof, poof, poof. It just puffed right out of your way, but it was knee-deep. That's what the inversion does. Hi, Demetria. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Debbie. It was the most interesting thing. I had never been in that kind of inversion before. Knee deep of frozen fog. And Julie would run and leap and jump. Everybody coming in, we've got a new deadline, January 31st for the open squares. We're giving everybody a little bit of a breather. We are in January. Our make-alongs are going to continue with the Autumn's Charm hat from MJ's Off the Hook. The Divine hat to honor Kari's guys, Kari's Threads of Hope project. And the camel stitch beanie, just to honor those guys who are making hats and blankets and amigurumi and learning all kinds of new techniques thanks to Kari. And then in February we'll start another MJ's Off the Hook, a medium-sized project as a make-along. I am not doing another square swap until next year. I want to do that square swap we talked about, but I want to put it off a year because I want to finish my Montana mosaic blanket and then get started on the barn quilt Afghan, the barn quilt sampler Afghan to do with all of you as a large project. I'll do a series of videos and we'll just do it one bite at a time. Slow, steady wins the race. You know, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And it will be a fabulous project. Like an heirloom project. Just like all those quilts I've been studying. I woke up in New Plymouth, Idaho, which is in southwestern Idaho. It's just west of Boise. Came through Boise. Now I'm heading out to southeastern Idaho. I'm going to turn south and head down south of Salt Lake to deliver this load. So I'm going through Idaho and down on into Utah. And it is a beautiful day to drive truck. We're going to go through Glenn's Ferry up here. We might get some buffering going through Glenn's Ferry, but then I will stop the live after we get on up to the Bliss rest area. Hello, May. I go 3 miles an hour faster than May. That's the company I started with right there. Hello, May. Goodbye, May. Oh, yeah. It is a beautiful day. So, for those make-alongs or just to join the community and watch and see what everybody's doing and be a part of a great supportive group of crocheters, join our Discord, that link right there that Niles just threw up. I, in the future, am coordinating all make-alongs, all swaps, all crochet-alongs, all the things in Discord, because communicating through email has been a challenge. I'm hoping people will join me in that barn quilt sampler Afghan, and I'm going to do it, like I said, in bite-sized pieces. I want people, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not like an expert crocheter. I'm not. But I can do these projects, and that means I know all you can. Salt Lake Express. You go, boy. And studying all these quilts and seeing what heirloom pieces they are and how they've been handled with care and lasted sometimes centuries. And their value as pieces of art and pieces of our heritage, I want crochet to be in that same category. So that's why I am planning this as a crochet along. And no charge, Ellen. You have to come up with your own supplies, but no charge. And you can make it scrappy. You can make it like pink and white for a little girl, or you can make it in the Civil War colors like I am. So many different directions you can go. It's so versatile. Mine's going to be done in those Civil War muted colors. I've got a whole list. I love you too, Ellen. I'm not going to charge you for this. I got a whole list from this one talk. This quilter was giving a talk on the colors that were mostly used during the Civil War era and the reason why. Like that butternut color that's kind of like the color of Carhartt's. Indigo. A muddy purple. A pink on pink pattern. The browns. Those are, oh, and there was a color called cheddar that is very hard to find fabric that comes even close to that color today, she was saying. Very interesting list of colors. All muted colors. And then the fabrics that were available after the Civil War era, you know, that made changes to what was being used in quilts. A lot of quilts were made out of tobacco pouches and bead sacks and men's shirts that were falling apart. Cotton actually became scarce there for a while. Come on, Amazon. Go ahead. I'll slow down for you because I don't want you riding next to me. I want you to get on mine, get out of my life. I don't trust these guys that pull these Amazon Prime. Oh, that last section. Oh, that acanthus. Those big rectangles. Oh, that is all. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can make it out of a 4-way. It should be, you know, better than like with the open squares. I was hearing from people that I just don't have DK in my stash. I have worsted. So, we're back. I knew we'd be buffering through Glenn's Ferry. Oh, there you won. Okay. You can do whatever color theme you want. I want to do all 20 squares to make a big Afghan big blanket out of it. And but some people can just take one square and make, like, you know, put blocks together. You guys can do anything. So, yes, so that's the time. That's exactly right. That's exactly the time to make a decision. How do I want to finish this so it doesn't cause me stress? You know, and what I heard was the flour companies found out that flour sacks were being used to make garments and quilts, and they started printing patterns, you know, making the flour sacks with patterns on them. Like printed, like florals and paisleys and stuff. So the flour companies contributed to that. That was in the like the Depression era, early 20th century. Yes, in the 30s. Yes. Yeah, they'd make clothing and quilts out of that, out of flour sacks. And I was just watching a PBS like documentary about quilters in Georgia, and they were talking about quilts that were made out of these tobacco pouches. They take the tobacco pouches and cut them open, and some of them they would dye. They would use something to dye them, and they made these gorgeous quilts out of those. And I believe that our Afghans can be just as meaningful meaningful, just as much of an heirloom piece as a quilt. Because I guarantee you, there's no question as to whether or not it was completely done by hand or by machine, because you're not going to make these pieces with a machine. There's no crochet machine out there that can make what we make. Now that is a cool story, the parachutes, because silk not only is luxurious, it's very strong. Oh, in Greece, oh my goodness. Yeah, because silk is super strong. That's an amazing story. I love that. Okay, we're climbing up out of Glens Ferry. We're not too far from the Bliss Rest area now. Don't let me forget to take my vitamins, Kim. That's something I've been forgetting to do in the mornings. Take my Double X. #1 multivitamin supplement in the world. What do you think, buddy? Is it about break time? I think so. I think so. Paradise Valley, exit 125. Yeah, do you have pictures or anything like that? Any kind of memorabilia? Niles, yes. Hey, if he drinks water too fast, if he drinks too fast, he throws up, he says. I think it's more like if he drinks too much. I don't drink at all, so I don't know where he gets it. Well, I drink coffee and water and iced tea, and every once in a while a Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull, or a sugar-free Dr. Pepper, occasionally, not all the time. I haven't had any of those for a while. This is Paradise Valley, Idaho. Oh, that would be so cool. It is nice. Yes, please join our Discord. That is where all the support and community gets together. You can watch make-alongs, you can watch the swaps, or you can join in at any time. No starting dates or deadlines on those make-alongs. You can do those years from now if you want to. I want to start doing a movie night. I need to figure that out. Oh, good morning. Diana D, good morning. We're in eastern Idaho. Hello, Kim G. We got two Kims in here. We got Yarn Happy and Kim G. Hi, buddy. We'll get up here to the Bliss Rest area and we'll take a BREK. We'll do a walkie-walkie. We'll take a walkie-walkie. Yes, we will. You're so soft. You're so soft. It's so easy to lovin's on you because you're so soft. So if anybody wants to donate a couple skeins of whatever Red Heart Super Saver or I Love This Yarn or Big Loops or Big, is it Big Loop? Big Twist, Loops and Threads. Loops and threads. Oh, you're part of, okay. So, just an update because I forget that people are busy this time of year, way busier than I am, and I want to give everybody some grace. Oh, did you get it, Kari? Finally? Oh, I'm so glad, Kari. I am so glad. Did you finally get that package? Yes, extra time for Elfin Squares. Get those mailed out. That's going to be the deadline. Because I'm really getting stressed out, and I don't want that for anybody. Kudos to those of you who got your squares out already. You rock. You're on top of things way more than I am. And then we are not doing another square swap until next year, and that's going to be, that is in the works. That is being planned. So, because I want to get through a couple of projects, a couple of our little make-alongs over on Discord. January is hat month. We'll be highlighting 3 different hats. One of them, oh, that's good, Kari. I'm so glad it's safe. One of them is the Divine Hat in honor of Kari's Crochet Guys, Kari's Threads of Hope. You need to go watch the the last live that I did on Friday with Kari and Trevor and this project for those guys who have very little positivity in their life, but they have found crochet. And they have no internet access. They have no real resources like we do. And they are thrilled to have an instructor like Kari coming in with new supplies and yarn and teaching them new techniques, and she's going to be teaching them the Divine Hat. So one of the hats we're highlighting in January over in Discord is going to be the Divine Hat in honor of those guys. So all of that coming up. Then the next make-along after that is a medium-sized make-along. It's a cardigan. It will be my first cardigan. Come on, people. I know, you're heavy, dude. You know what? I'm going to hang back because I think my rest area is up here. I'll get off your rear end flatbed. I think my rest area is up here. So those make-alongs going on over in the Discord channel. And I want to do a movie night over there. Hopefully a Christmas movie. I'd like to do Rudolph or something. I have found Rudolph and all kinds of those play animations. I found Frosty. All my favorites. Yeah, my rest area is 1 mile ahead. Then I want to finish the Montana, and then we're going on to a big crochet along, the Barn Quilt Sampler Afghan. Great things coming up. And next year we will do the next square swap, where we're choosing a color theme. It'll be done in a 4-weight worsted yarn, so that more people have that kind of yarn in their stash than they do the DK. So, and only 12 people in a group. Okay, Benji, here we go. We've been on the road for 2 hours, just perfect. Time for a break. The only problem with walking him at this rest area are the goat heads. We don't like goat heads. They're terrible. They're evil, evil things. So I'm looking forward to seeing who joins us during Hat Month in January. Next week's video is going to be about the winter version of the seasonal Yarny YouTube hop. It's a channel hop here on YouTube. Okay, buddy, here we go. Here we go. Get in here straight. I'm not going to embarrass myself and have a crooked truck and trailer. No crooked truck and trailer. It's embarrassing. It's not that big a deal. Okay. What's that? Do you want that, Benji? There you go. Oh, it's cool. Adrienne, you'll see the video on that, and I'm pretty sure it'll be going on again next year. It's the first day of every season: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And this will be the winter version. And you'll see how that goes. There'll be a whole list of people doing it. I'm going off duty. Here we go. What do you guys think? This is the Autumn's Charm hat. I love this. This is done in oh, fun! The burgundy is Ice Yarn Saver. Oh, it's so squishy. And the variegated is Prism from Mary Maxim. Love this hat. I love this hat. I got myself these little DWC, Dana's Wonderlust crochet tags, and some 5-inch poofs. Love this hat, you guys. Oh, good boy, Benji, cleaning up the floor, cleaning up my mess. So, you guys, check out the Discord if you're not already a member. Just go check it out, explore, see how that works, and I'll have a video up on Monday. I know that the 20th, the first day of winter, is actually, what, Friday or Saturday? But my video for the Yarny YouTube hop will go up on Monday the 23rd. So I'll be a couple days late. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.